Hi everyone, hope you're doing fine. In this video, I would actually like to speak about a not so pleasant topic, which is trauma after the birth. Now, some women, of course, and this is not going to be the biggest number, however, I feel it's a very important group, might experience either violence at birth, might experience a traumatic birth, could be hit by an unexpected event like an emergency C-section, anything like this, or even experience something very terrible, the loss of a pregnancy or the loss of a baby. Now, all of it for me comes in this topic of trauma after birth. And because I have worked for many years with trauma, I really like to speak about this topic. So, if you have a friend that had a traumatic birth, or if this is even a topic that you're interested in, or is in connection with you, might be worth having a conversation. Why? First of all, no one can judge your trauma. No one can say, "Oh, it's gonna go away," or "Why are you like this?" It's just something small. Trauma and the feeling of being traumatized is a very personal experience. Now, of course, these things happen unexpectedly. Sometimes things maybe have happened in the past. And all of it can, of course, lead to postnatal depression. It can lead to that you feel you can't bond with your partner, you can't bond with yourself or with your baby. And of course, all of that can have a big negative impact on your life, your partnership, your parenthood, and really on yourself, on the happiness that each and every person deserves. Life is like this. Life happens. It's true. We can't plan life. I'm sure you are aware of that. But I really want to share a few insights with you about the things that you have to do. Now, if you or your friends or your partner discover that somehow things are not looking too great after the birth, or even before, then it's time to get into action because trauma for sure is not going to dissolve by itself. So it can be really good to find a therapist. It can be good to find a group. And personally, after working as an international midwife for 40 years and being an NLP trainer, I have also learned working with different techniques that I find very helpful. One of them is EMDR, EFT tapping, brain spotting, and of course, trauma release methods, and there is many. So for me at this point, it doesn't matter what you do and who you find, but I want to make clear that I believe you have to find some professional help to get over it. Otherwise, trauma will find a place in your body, will get stuck there, and will take away all the joy of your life. So when people sometimes act a bit funny with you, it's often because they don't know how to handle that maybe you're crying, that you're unhappy, that you feel flat, or that you feel very, very low. If you discover this yourself, you must really get up and do something. I will share at the end of this video a short technique with you that you can use, but of course, this method is not going to replace a therapist, therapy, or professional help. It's just going to be a small something that I want to do with you because I know when you are traumatized, you don't sleep well, you don't feel good, you think you are no good, you're a loser, you have a very bad image of yourself, and often you might even feel almost frozen as if you have no more emotion. People on the outside have no right to judge because how can I tell you I know something about trauma? In 2015, I traveled to Nepal. And in 2015, I was just in the beginning of a new relationship with a guy. So we decided to meet in Nepal, a country that I had visited already a few times and that I like very much. But on a Saturday morning, the 21st of April, I believe it was, we were planning to go with the motorbike into the mountains for a tour. Kathmandu was hit by the biggest earthquake Nepal has ever experienced. I think it was a 7.4 on the Richter scale. And so we were in the heart of Kathmandu. When it happened, I had no idea it was an earthquake. First, I thought it was an explosion. People were holding on to me, pulling me into a shop. And for 90 seconds, they were all going, my brain was going, what's happening here? Anyway, for the next 2 weeks after that event, we stayed in Nepal, and I love Nepal. I love traveling. I like the people there. But when we, after the first earthquake, tried to escape and leave Kathmandu, we got stuck on a big square that was in all the news. There was so much destruction, so many dead bodies, and so many things going on, and I was completely frozen. So we stayed for 2 weeks in Nepal. That's a different story. And I helped people there, and I did all kinds of things. But when I got back to Germany, I suddenly had a total meltdown, and I felt awful. I felt really bad. Luckily, I was booked for my advanced NLP master in Spain, and 2 weeks later, I traveled there to, well, funny enough, learn about trauma. I was sitting in front of a group of 30 people, crying my eyes out, feeling really bad. And I learned that, even that you experienced a really heavy trauma that made you feel very poorly about yourself, that gave you this kind of numb feeling in your body and in your mind, that in a very short time you can actually let go of it. It took, in fact, less than 2 days, yeah, not even full days. And ever since, I can say I'm super grateful that I have been in this earthquake, that I saw all the destruction, because I believe I was in the right place at the right time. First of all, to help people in my own way, but also to learn something that is incredible, uh, uh, worth something for me. And it has helped me to work with people through trauma. So if you experienced any kind of trauma, well, if you're still pregnant, work on it. It's going to stop you from having a really good birth. Yeah. Trauma does not dissolve. It just hides somewhere and then sneaks up again. And it's worth opening the box of Pandora to clean it out and to release things so that you create an inner space where you can feel good, happy, relaxed, and more positive about yourself. Now, coming to the technique. Okay. So I'd like you to, for a moment, sit up. I'd like you to rub your hands very softly. And this technique is safe. You can keep your eyes open. You can close your eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a walk along the beach. And while we do this, we're going to stroke down from the shoulders to our elbows. Okay, let's go. So, and then afterwards, I will explain something about the technique. So let's rub your hands. Take in a nice deep breath. Feel free to close your eyes or keep them open, and we're going to walk down the beach. 20. Feel the surface underneath your feet. 19. 18. The sun is gently warming your back. 17. You can hear a bird singing. 16. 15. 14. You let your thoughts come. 13. You let your thoughts go. 12. Like clouds moving over the sky. 11. 10. 9. Taking a nice deep breath. 8. Exhale deeply. 7. It's a gorgeous day on the beach. 6. So peaceful. 5. The waves come. 4. And the waves go. 3. 2. 1. 0. And keep on stroking. And only your eyes. Open your eyes. Now your eyes are moved horizontal to the right, over to the left, to the right, 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 to the left. One more time, to the right, to the left. Rub your hands. That's it, very good. very softly, and we'll stroke again. And now we take a walk through a botanical garden, a beautiful botanical garden. So, stroking 20 steps. 20, oh, you can see all the trees. 19, bushes. 18, all the different kinds of flowers. 17, the soft green grass. 16, as you walk through the botanical garden. 15, you take a nice deep breath. 14, you smell all the perfume of those plants. 13, exhale deeply. 12, enjoy this peaceful place. 11, so harmonious in nature. 10, every step you take. 9, you release. 8, you relax. 7, you let go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Either keep on stroking or rub your hands and open your eyes. Look only with your eyes to the right, to the left, 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 to the right, to the left. Take in a nice deep breath. Check on how you're feeling. Yeah, and maybe you are invited to take a couple more rounds. Now you can choose any natural environment where you'd like to take a walk. Could be the beach, could be a beautiful forest, could be a botanical garden, could be somewhere at a riverbed. Yeah, you can choose any. That's entirely up to you, but you always very softly rub and stroke down to your elbows. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, I would love you to give me a thumbs up, but I would also like to hear your experience when you do this method called self-havening, which was not developed by me. It has been around now for a number of years. It's a wonderful method. It works well, but of course, there's many, many more longer ones that are really effective to help you let go and heal your trauma, because everyone deserves happiness, and that is a human right. So, if you like to work a bit deeper on your topics, of course, feel free to get in touch with me. I have worked with many kinds of different traumas for a long time, and I'm very happy to help you. And with this, have a wonderful, peaceful, and happy day. Bye for now.